Archers, attack. Keep firing, let none escape. Another down, do not relent.
Straight out of the Scarlet Halls, and reporting for duty, I'm Slidewhistle.
I am Immunization.
And I'm Aaron, Fire Mage Extraordinaire, Horde Punching Bag, and hey, reporting for duty.
Hey, so this is how we're gonna talk for the rest of the podcast. We're just gonna be real casual, real chill, real neat.
News is a little slow this week, so we figured, hey, why not just set up a nice, chill atmosphere? Just talk to you, let us tickle the little hairs in your ear, and just have a nice little time.
And I figured on this little bit of downtime, I would recommend that we bring somebody on and tell us some of their favorite recipes.
Yes. Who did we bring on? Who did we bring?
Hey, it's me, Slidewhistle, host of the show Do Not Relent, and I'm here with my favorite recipes to share with you guys today.
Oh wow, what'd you bring with for us, Slide? I hope it's yummy.
Well, currently in my kitchen I have approximately no foods, so my recipe is going to be just starvation and soon imminent death.
Oh wow, well, we'll have to start shopping around for a new co-host then, won't we?
You might have to find 2 new co-hosts because I also am running low on food, and tonight I have elected to partake in a liquid diet of only truly hard seltzer.
Truly. Well, soon you're just gonna have my sultry sweet voice to massage you to sleep.
I don't know how much longer I can handle this, so I am going to kick things up a notch by pulling Timewarp.
Oh my. Oh dear.
So
Here we go.
Well, now that
so
we
loud.
have gotten that out of the way.
Yeah, Jesus, tune the fuck down. Why are you yelling at us now? We were so calm and chill before.
Well, it is episode 61, and it is Time Warp time, bitches. And if you guys are ready, we are going to do a 40-second time warp like the spell in the game.
Woo! I'm ready.
Yeah, same.
On your marks, get set. Name as many of the different names of like the spells that are the equivalent of the name of this segment. Go.
Heroism, Time Warp, Bloodlust,
Primal Rage, Ancient Primal, Creamy.
Is there another one?
Drums. Are we calling that like leather drums or just like regular drums?
Energy,
Bloodlust, Heroism, Time Warp,
Explosion. I only knew the 3.
The Hunters have some. It's like ancient something. Ancient Primal Instincts.
Yeah, like Ancient Instincts.
And then there are drums. Drums of, I don't know what the drums. I only know they're called drums. Like leather drums of Baboom.
Leather
drums
time. So there are technically 6 options for this, and you guys named 4 of them. I gave drums to Slide. It's technically called Drums of Rage, but it is a leather working ability, so since he said that, I counted it. He also said Bloodlust, which is the Shaman Horde equivalent. Aaron said Heroism, which is the Shaman Alliance equivalent, and Time Warp, which I counted. So it's a tie, and I don't really know how to break it because the other two were hunter abilities. It's just 2 different pets. One is Ancient Hysteria, which is from the Corehound, and the other one is Netherwinds, which is from the Netherray.
Interesting. I did not know about that.
Does saying Time Warp count? Does that count, saying the name of the one that you said it was?
Yeah, I was intending to count it because if you notice, I purposely didn't say it as I was trying to.
He did say the name of this segment.
Well, now you gotta make a tiebreaker.
Let's see here. Okay, for a tiebreaker, first one of you guys to name 2 of the different status effects that these give you after they are used. Ready, set, go.
Time displacement and exhaustion. No, wait. Is that it? Is that both of them?
The only one I know is exhaustion or exhausted.
Okay.
Oh, I only...
So the possible answers are blood. Heroism gives exhaustion. Time warp gives temporal displacement. There's also fatigued and insanity from the 2 hunter ones, and it's also exhaustion for the drums, and then sated for bloodlust.
Fucking animals. Those goddamn animals are sated in there. How much blood they fucking drank.
Shit.
Good God.
So I guess technically Slide gets the tiebreak.
Sounds good to me. I know when I'm licked.
Yeah, boy.
Lick, lick. Time to down this Bud Light.
And I'm going to celebrate in being sated in bloodlust by going and watching Little Vampire when he drinks from the cows. Because then he was sated when he drank the blood from the cows. Remember that movie?
Little Vampire, I distinctly remember because it's a big plot point where it's like, Jonathan Lipnicki, if you ever can't find us, just whistle and we'll be there. And then he teaches Jonathan Lipnicki how to whistle, and I cannot whistle. But for that one blessed night, I knew how to. I don't know if just my teeth were wonky in a strange way or my head was tilted a certain way, but I could whistle, so I whistled all night while watching The Little Vampire, and when I woke up the next day, I couldn't do it, and I still can't.
Oh, man. And then you could have called your own 12-year-old goth boy. Who doesn't love that?
No, I just called Jonathan Lipnicki. And granted, he was on fire at that point, but when I did it the other day, he was just like, "You got any smokes?"
Y'all, I gotta say, I'm very confused. I do not understand this reference at all.
You never seen The Little Vampire starring Jonathan Lipnicki? And
Jonathan Lipnicki,
Spike?
that's the only person who matters.
I cannot say I have ever seen this film.
Okay, well, looks like you're off the podcast. Hey, Jonathan, come on in here.
I don't even know how to try to do an impression of him.
I'm just flexing because he's very well built.
Nice. He was a little nerd before. Okay, I guess we can talk about more related stuff other than Little Vampire, as great as it is of a segment. Oh, this isn't really WoW related, but one day it may be. Because apparently they're going to be making a Diablo and Overwatch animated series. Are you fucking kidding me? Is it finally happening? Because Diablo's been happening for a while, but Overwatch? What?
I am really excited about the prospects of the Overwatch one, because I also heard that it would possibly be in the style of the cinematics, which I know that those things cost them a lot of coins, so I don't know how they're going to be doing this, and I assume it also takes a very long time to do it.
There is no way that they would be able to do them exactly the ways of the cinematics, because I feel like those are animated film level of work, and I feel like you couldn't make a standard 24 episode season out of that. It would cost them too much money, and everyone knows Blizzard's dead. Blah.
Honestly, though, is it that hard? They could just hire the people who make the Overwatch porn, right? And then they could do it for them for a fraction of the price.
Those people work tirelessly and probably for free.
No, I can assure you they do. They have Patreons.
No.
All I will say is
boy.
they're able to use 60 frames a second very well.
I can assure you I have funded them quite well, Aaron says.
It's not blood money, but it's a different kind of fluid money.
But they could take that, and if it's successful, which it's got to be successful, they can give us maybe eventually a Warcraft series. Even if they just covered Arthas's descent from human to Death Knight, that would be something that's a cool miniseries or something. I don't know.
God knows Warcraft 3 needs the positive press with that right now.
Oh boy, Warcraft 3. I have it and I haven't played it yet. I've been waiting to play it. I'm not really worried about the bugs because I know they're going to be fixed eventually. But man, it sure sucks for those people who were excited for that day one launch.
Yep.
Ooh, that rollout was rough.
rough men.
People were saying that they were bugs, but I think Blizzard was just trying to expand on the new lore of the Cubans, the new race coming in 10.0.
The Cubans?
Yeah, they may look like textureless, glitched out gray cubes where beloved characters used to be, but those characters have just been replaced by Cubans. Come on, read the Chronicle.
I was like Fidel Castro Cubans, like those kind of Cubans?
Yes.
From the Isle of Cuba?
Yes.
Cuba Gooding Jr.?
The two big exports of Cuba, cigars and Gooding Jr.
Okay, so real talk. What faction will this allied race choose to join?
Probably the Horde, because they're ugly and hideous. Nobody wants them.
Probably the Alliance, because they're smooth and pretty, and I love them.
You know, I was also thinking the Alliance, but mainly because, like, you can't really tell because they are, cubes, but they are actually intended to be horses.
There you go. There you go. That's a nice witty snap up to that segment.
That's a goddamn victory right there. That's a goddamn victory.
But a thing that going back to the Diablo and Overwatch show, the Diablo one they said would be in a quote anime style, which many people on the boards retched in horror when they heard that. But they cited specifically the Netflix original Castlevania, which is which fucking rocks. Go watch that. It's amazing.
Yeah, Slide and I watched the first season, right?
We watched the second season too. We only have like 2 episodes left, and we stopped like 6 months ago.
No, you didn't watch the final 2.
No.
The bloody tears scene is my
binged.
favorite anime scene in like the last 5 years.
I mean, we'll get back to it eventually, but we binged like most of the series in like a sitting or 2. We really liked it.
And it's definitely thematically very close to Diablo, and especially what they're going with it. So I think it would be a natural fit if they adopted that style.
Hell yeah, bring it on, bitch. I'd love to watch that shit. But I guess before we move on to what we're doing in WoW, should we start like planning some kind of celebration or something soon? Because we have a big milestone coming up.
What do we have coming up?
You said earlier we were at episode 61. And that means we only have 8 more episodes to at the mythical 69. Nice.
Nice. The sex number.
What if we just did like 25 sexiest NPCs and made our life at the end of the year hell when we have to fit them all into the bracket?
Except that they would just be their own self-contained. Like the bracket would look normal with like the 3 or like the 1v1v1, and then one of the things would be a 25-man slobber knocker iron cage match.
Alternatively, what if we, instead of sexiest NPC, we pick the 2 NPCs who would look the best 69ing together? Is that appropriate? Definitely not appropriate. But is it fun? Could be.
I don't know. No one ever said our podcast was appropriate.
I say we've already long since dug our grave. Might as well keep digging.
Oh boy. Well, we'll figure it out. I'll be thinking about this for the next, fucking 8 weeks? It's got to be big.
I'm sure we'll think of something.
If you have any ideas, let us know. I'm looking at you, GrowlLinda. I'm sure you have some kind of crazy ideas in that fucking head of yours. But let's talk about what we did in WoW this week. We'll start with you, Aaron. What was your week in WoW like?
My week in WoW was a lot of just nose to the grindstone, just doing dailies, doing what I had to do. Just admittedly wasn't that too wild of a week as far as in BFA content. But I did hop in some dungeons with Cubby Bub as she was doing them. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, it had been a little while since I was doing like mid-range dungeons. People are meanies out here.
Oh man, what are they saying?
We were just in dungeons and like I was doing my thing and I might have forgotten because like I don't do Wrath dungeons every day. And I missed a mechanic and it'd be like, way to go, idiot. And I'd be like, I'm experienced enough to be your dad, sir. Get that bullshit out of here.
We also might have been a little blessed on our first real like level through in these dungeons for the first time because we had like a pretty sizable squad of us and we probably only had like 1 pug with us at any time, so it's like we would kick people.
That's what
Honestly,
what
Aaron,
I was thinking was like when people used to be mean, we would just get rid of them because we were 3 of the 5 people.
But then we would occasionally have that, like, oh, hi, I'm new to the game. And I'm like, oh, please come here. Come this way. I will show you how to do everything. So it's kind of disappointing to see that nobody could repay you the favor in being like, hey, do you need any help, baby boy?
Rough. Anyways, that's what I was up to. Immune, what did you do in the wonderful World of Warcraft?
Well, this weekend, WoW, I, did all the typical things that, we've been slowly grinding out in this new patch, but while we were doing some world PvP, I got the quest, the Slither of N'Zoth quest, and I, with the help of Slide, cheesed that shit out, and now I am a servant of N'Zoth, baby.
Ooh,
You see that, N'Zoth? We fucking played your sick game.
I don't know if I can trust you now, Double Crosser, knowing that you have Alliance blood on your hands.
Well, it was really just Slide's blood. So what we did was we were in Uldum when I got the quest. We were doing the new content there, and then we decided to fly up really high into one of the giant statues overlooking all of Uldum, land there, and Slide one by one brought his alts up there for me to kill them.
I flew 10 alts across the seas to make it to Uldum so he could kill them. And the whole time I'm like, fuck. I know what's going to happen. He's going to fucking get like the bounty and he'll be unable to fly and Horde are going to show up and beat his ass. But in like, how long will it take? Like maybe like 45 minutes, maybe like an hour?
Yeah, so the debuff you get when you are on this quest, you have an hour to complete it. So we did it within that period. It probably took us like 40 minutes because, it took us a while to figure out what we were doing. And then we didn't realize that the 10-minute debuff that it places on somebody for when they're not able to be killed for credit towards the 10 that you need to kill, it's that character has to be online. It's not just like 10 minutes when you log out and onto another character. So like they kind of knew what you were going for when you're trying to cheese it the way we do. And I also think that we kind of beat the whole, or cheese the system a little bit out of me getting a bounty by I kept inviting Slide's alts to a group with me until there was there was 5 at any given time. So Slide was saying he kind of has a theory that like if you have multiple people in the group, it kind of distributes the chances of getting the bounty more evenly amongst them.
So yeah, basically, we probably cheesed the mechanics. Like, no one's gonna have 10 alts to fly through here. I was like, bitch, here I come. Though, to be fair, it wasn't Uldum. So I feel like you could really have flown anyone through there. Because I know I killed a player that was level 103 when I had the quest. And I still got a kill credit towards. So I'm really wondering what that threshold is. Is it like 100 and above? Or is it like 0 to 120 can be killed and be achieved?
Show up in the middle of Stormwind and just AoE and get 30 kills.
Yeah, or you can just like camp the human starting area and let's just like kill all of them.
Well, when you move zones, you lose the quest. So you actually probably couldn't do it in Stormwind. Because once you go to Stormwind, I think you just lose the quest.
I see.
Because it has the name of the area. It'll be like Sliver N'Zoth Uldum or Sliver Vale. But if you don't accept it and you exit out and you travel to a zone that is on like the quest list, I believe you can still use the knife, stab yourself, and you are in that zone. So it's a good way to like get like doing it in like Mechagon is fucking impossible. There's too many bitches and they're all rude. Oh, and then also I don't know if we mentioned this before. Before the knife could kill you if you used it, and I guess when that was happening, it was critting. So when it crits, it does way more than your health. They actually removed that out, and so now that was a bug. It wasn't meant to kill you, which I think is kind of lame because I like the idea that it's like, here's your chance, stab yourself. If you live, you get to do the quest. If you die, fuck you, buddy, abandon it.
Yeah, because it default does like half of your health, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
But Slide, what did you do in WoW this week?
I was hanging out with Alan. Me and my boy Alan were trying to get his essences up. I think we got maybe 3 more essences. I mean, they were like level up, so we hit Revered with the Rajani and was it the Uldum Accord? I believe it is.
That is what they are called.
Hell yeah. That human bonus. And once you hit revered with them, you can buy rank 3 of the essence that's associated with them. So Breath of the Undying and the other one that I don't ever use. And then I was targeting some world quests. I want him to have Paragon boxes so I can fucking make some coin. So I was trying to do that. I'm getting real close.
Oh yeah, that's helpful because you set for yourself a new goal, didn't you?
Yes. What was it again?
You were going to buy a certain mount.
Oh, yeah. So I got really excited. I watched YouTube videos that was like, how to make gold in World of Warcraft. And they actually are super easy if you're just dedicated. I don't know if I'm dedicated. I don't think I have the fucking chutzpah I had a week ago when I said I was going to do it. I want to buy the Brutosaur mount real bad because it's going to be going away and I don't want to have to do it with the fucking black market auction house. I mean, I can still get it. If you guys hype me up, maybe I'll be able to get it. If you guys like say, oh, you're not going to get it, then I'll go get it. But I don't have the will to not spend gold. That's the fucking thing. Once I get gold, I'm like, ooh, what the fuck am I buying from the auction house? Case in point, you can buy the Thundering Ruby Cloud Serpent off the auction house, which originally I'm pretty sure you had to like find somebody who had the quest. And they'd be like, selling a mount run here, meet me in Pandaria and give me gold and I'll give you this mount. Because like, they have to like activate it via some like quest or whatever. And I saw it on the auction house for 10k, so I bought it. And I was like, man, I'm supposed to be saving gold for the fucking Brutosaur mount, not spending it.
Does it look sick though?
It looks so cool. I don't have a Thundering Cloud Serpent. All mine are like regular, like non-lightning based. So it looks fucking sick. It's a pink dragon. It's all shocky. So it definitely was worth it. But it's just like I was gonna save money and then I spent some. Other than that, I've been playing the fucking Azeroth slot machine, which actually was very nice to me this week. We got a 10 in right at the very end. Like it was like 11:59 on Monday. Like before, like I have to go to bed. Like, what are we doing? We ran a 10 of Talazar. It took a little longer than usual. Yo, this fucking affix is so cool. It lets you skip some of the grossest trash.
This is
you know
still
how before
the,
you face
like, shift into the other realm one?
Yeah, it's like I don't know what it's called, but yeah, it's like the obelisk teleport phase one. You know that stinky trash? There's that large stink man who has 3 totems, and you have to kill the totems at the same time.
Yes.
And then if you fuck it up, then you have to redo it. Well, you know how there's just like the grossest trash in front of him that creates like big stink bombs everywhere, and they're the 2 like a shaman that can hex you. The skip that we did, we actually just were able to skip that trash entirely. Like we just teleported into the boss's room. It's like a really it makes you kind of basically I have to relearn all the dungeons because I don't know how their obelisk pattern is for all of them. So that's kind of cool. Keep me on my toes.
Yeah, luckily the other guildies that we've run these with so far have had a better concept of where all of these portals to the other realms are, and they seem to know the best routes because we wouldn't have known to do that, I don't think.
No, I'd be like, kill the guy and take him somewhere far. That's all I would think. So apparently, I don't know how the fuck I missed this, on 4 days ago, which, is that even like reset? No, it's like fucking...
Yeah, that would have been Sunday.
Weird. So on Sunday, there's news on Wowhead of a new tier of Ineffable Truth can now roll as a corruption effect. So apparently, I guess, there used to only be a rank 2 version of this, maybe? It's a piece, it's a affix for your corrupted piece. And I haven't even heard this before. Your spells and abilities have a chance to show you the ineffable truth, increasing the rate of your cooldowns of how they recover by 30% for 10 seconds. And then there's a rank 2 that increases the rate of your cooldown recovered by 50%.
That's
crazy.
Yeah, that's really, really good.
Like 50, like if you have rank 2, that's half of your fucking recovery time?
Huh. I wonder how common this is, because I haven't heard of it, but I guess like it just came out recently, so maybe I just haven't, obviously seen it yet, but...
Look at this. If I read further, it says, previously we believed this tier of ineffable truth was found in the data, but it never procced on any random item, and thus we removed it from our corruption guide. So they re-added it after the hotfix. So now we're at 52 random corruption rolls, a full fucking deck of cards. You have a 1.92 percentage chance of getting the exact corruption you want. Ooh boy, that's kind of
I don't know if I like it. I know that this is their goal of trying to find a suitable replacement of Titan forging and all of that, but I overall don't know if this is it.
I mean, at least, so in Legion, because like these are being compared to Legion legendaries, but like they're so much worse because your character only had like 14 legendaries, maybe, if you're a demon hunter. I know they're all different, but 52 to target. And by the end of Legion, they had that vendor that allowed you to buy the one you wanted. I don't think they're going to make a vendor for corrupted pieces. I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt them to do so, but people would just ignore, like, some of the stinky ones.
Yeah, they should probably just have, like, a currency that you can, like, slowly accumulate to get, like, the most desirable piece or a piece of your choice or something.
Yeah, they could do that and then also give us PvP vendors. It's so easy.
So it'd be like a Titan Residium type thing where you break down pieces to get currency to buy the specific affix you want?
Yeah, just like use the titty ready, get the piece you want.
Whoa, have we ever called it titty ritty before? Is that new? Is that
it was
hot?
briefly mentioned last episode.
Yeah, but we called it titty residium. We didn't call it titty ritty, right?
No, I called it titty ready.
Immune did, in fact, use the phrase titty ritty in the background.
I love that for her.
Thanks.
But along with that, we have some amazing news that I also missed. I mean, you don't read this. Turn your head away. I see you reading my computer. I want to read it out loud and surprise you personally, in person, here today. They have a hotfix to horrific visions.
Ooh.
And it goes as followed. I'll start with the less important one, but one that we all can appreciate. Illyria's ability, Darkened Sky, now drains 40 sanity from 60 sanity. Good. That bitch was fucking sucking sanity like a whore. She was just slurping it down, and it was so fucking annoying, and having less of that is amazing. They also, when the trade district bonus objective is complete, Chains of Servitude is now cast once during the fight, not twice. Chains of Servitude is when you fucking are silenced and all you can do is run away from the man pulling you with chains. Why does it cast at all?
That's something that the boss does, or is that an affix for that area?
It's something that like one of like the mini bosses / bosses does. He just like pulls you, and for like 6 seconds, you just can't do anything but run from his chains. And it would cast once, and then you'd wait, and it cast right after again.
And then it was one of the ones that is put on the emboss too, right?
Ah, yes, you're right. But the big one here. So, for horrific visions, reduce the health of enemies for groups of 2 or more that include at least 1 healer. This means that now you're no damage doing ass. It's going to be easier for me to kill the shit while you heal me. This means I think we'll be able to pull so much fucking more.
Excuse me. I smite every once in a while.
There's the occasional smite. I walk out of that dungeon doing quadruple digits of damage.
Oh shit, if we have enough time after this, we should run a vision. Because, Aaron, your fire mage shit, I mean, this even affects us, like, as a group of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this will make, they'll die so fast, and we were killing them super fast last week.
That's true.
I'm excited because people felt like so looking at some stuff online, people did not like having healers in their group. Like, healers were unable to get into, like, pugs for visions because nobody wanted them. So hopefully now is a reason for them to exist in this world.
I felt like a lot of it was really unwarranted because I know, like, right when 8.3 dropped, in guild chat, people, like, when I was talking about the visions, or you were talking about the visions, somebody was like, oh, Immune, you're going to do it as Shadow, right? Because, like, basically implying that I would be, like, such a liability if I did it as Holy. And then they're like, or you're going to at least do it as Disc, right? It's like, come on. Like, I did every single one as Holy, and we got pages on all but I think maybe 1 vision.
And that was because we got cocky. I got cocky, and I pulled way too much. Oh, and then my sword exploded, and then it pulled enemies that I didn't intend to pull. Oh, that fucking axe is a pain in my ass.
Yeah, so here I am on my soapbox saying, healer rights, do whatever the fuck you want in your visions.
Amen. And with that sermon delivered, GrowlLinda, please give us the good news. Greetings and salutations, dear listener. It's your girl, GrowlLinda, here with Perbu, discussing a major fashion faux pas. Perb, don't you agree that we should be able to T-Mog into fancy clothes all the time? Honestly, yeah. I want to wear my holiday gear year-round. You're speaking my language, girl. If you had a choice, what would you be rocking? I would wear the Easter bunny ears with my Christmas sweater. Ooh, that is quite the hot look. I would personally go with the anniversary shades and a nice love is in the air dress. Hell yeah, girl. Turn up, LOL. Well, maybe one day our pleas will pierce the heavens and our wish can come true. A girl can hope. Well, that's been the segment, gang. And until next time, it's been Growl on the Prowl. Thank you for another enthusiastic report there, GrowlLinda.
How? So this last week in Raid, we haven't made any additional progression progress, have we?
But we did do it faster.
That is
Yes.
very true. Last night we cleared all of our non-progression bosses in one night, so that was good. Tonight will be pure progression.
Let's take a minute here. And let's further discuss the horrors of being on the soccer boss team.
Yes.
Aaron, I feel like you have probably so much more stories to discuss than the previous time.
Yes.
Tell us about some of your soccer games.
Well, last we spoke about it, I was on the team, but nothing really had come of it. And I can tell you, it's a lot more difficult than one would think. The ball never seems to go like the correct way, even when you start. And then it moves faster than most people's walking speed if they can't give themselves like an inherent speed boost. And I'll tell you what, gang, Shimmer/Blink is not a good speed boost. You try and shimmer into the ball, it will shoot off at 1,000,000 miles per hour and kill everyone in the raid.
Wait, really? Does the blink of... Is there momentum? Because I know normally there's not any momentum, but is there momentum when you blink into it?
I don't know if it's momentum, but when I blunk into it, like the ball went with me while I blinked and then went from there. So I just moved.
Oh, so you like, kept...
Yeah, I just moved it with me like 15 feet forward into a wall.
Oh, man.
Yes, I used to be part of the middle groups, and now I am securely at the end, where all we do is just hit it to each other and try not to hit it into a wall, which sometimes that still does happen.
Yeah, I'm in the group that goes after his group, and let me tell you, I fucking hate touching that. First of all, why am I even in a soccer ball group? I'm a Death Knight. I keep wavering in between. They aren't that slow. Like, people are over-exaggerating it until, holy shit, I can't fucking move. I'm so fucking slow. So when it's soccer time, I try to save my cooldowns, and I always end up fucking using them to escape the purple pizza on the ground, and then I go in a soccer phase, and I have no movement speeds. And I'm like, guys, I'm coming, as I, like, a normal man run, as fucking Scott, like, warrior heroic leaps across Ajara's head, and Brio rides his goddamn horse pony, his paladin pony, and I'm just like, hey, everybody, it's me, Alan, over here. Not a fan.
I'm just saying, why does Team 1 have so many druids? Spread them around. They can turn into cats.
That is true. We honestly should probably swap, like, a more mobile... Like, they're so mobile. Like, move them... Yeah, move them out! I mean, well, now it's a pattern. Now we've got it down. And I realized as each week goes on, I think we're going to be seeing less and less soccer phases because we slaughtered her. We slaughtered this boss.
Mhm.
When we used Time Warp, she melted. She maybe had like 80% in like the first like 20 seconds of us hitting her. It's like, oh shit. So hopefully by like next week, she just falls down before my phase. That's the most ideal.
Yeah, all of these bosses so far, it's very obvious that the gear is catching up now, and the bosses are way more easily falling down and way faster.
So now we're done with all of our old bosses, and we're on progression bosses. Are we starting with Vexiona, I believe?
I think we are
I believe,
starting,
yeah.
and I think I'll say it now. I think we're ending with Vexiona.
I kind of think the same. I think one of our main problems with Vexiona is I need to commit to the triangle star circle pattern. For the longest time on Vexiona, we would call it front, middle, and back when Vexiona launches her like Twilight Breath. Then, for some reason, we were switching it now, as of last week, to star, triangle, circle. So when that's called out, I'm like, oh, that's not for me, it's for tanks. Oh, wait, no, that's front, middle, back. And I fucking get erupted by her fucking flames. Then there's also the issue, I don't think people are target switching enough. I think people need to like cleave off of Vexiona onto the ads instead of just focusing the ads. Like, we need to figure out a better way of doing it because we just been forever hitting the ads. Or maybe I'm wrong and people are only hitting the boss and not hitting the ads. Who fucking knows?
It feels like a mess. I'm sure even when we do get it, I won't know how we got it, but that's going to be tonight.
Yeah, Vexiona is probably one of the hardest for our guilds only because it requires a lot out of them. We have to listen to call-outs from the flame. We have to drop pools in proper spots, which historically we are probably, I would say, bottom 100 guilds on dropping pools in the correct spaces.
We're just a very unspatially aware guild. Like, not even just the pools, just in general.
And if we make it to Raden, I think that one's gonna be our true like wall. He has so much going on. More so than Vexiona, I don't know how long it'll be till we kill it. I'm hoping that we're wrong and we just like crush those two bosses tonight because he has the trinket that I want real bad, and that'd be great.
So, our close personal friend GrowlLinda decided to make herself known once again.
For a reference point, GrowlLinda is 100% not one of us. We pointed fingers at each other for I think, probably the entire week. Is this you? Is this you? Is this you? And after much research, we've determined it is not one of us. So if you're hearing this thinking that it's one of us, it's not. I swear to you, it's not.
Yeah, I put on my hacker gloves. I cross-referenced all of our achievement points. GrowlLinda is not one of us.
Well, piggybacking off of that research, midway through the week, Slide on his character Alan received a note from GrowlLinda. The subject being, "No goofs here, governor." "Hello, Alan von Slidewhistle. I like your name. It's so exotic and strong. I'd like to inform you that there are no goofs here, my burly friend." And then it gets a little bit wild in the middle there, but she does keep it on a personal note at the end when she tells us that driving caravan keeps me very busy, it does. I do so hope to send you another letter about my travels. Bye!
I was like, oh my god, she mailed. Oh, what is this? But also in that middle piece that Aaron redacted, we want to beef with people, but let's not beef with people on a personal level. Because I'm not going to get in trouble reading that out loud as we get a lawsuit of defamation. I don't think so. They're going to be like, oh yeah, they claim that wasn't them, but it was clearly them reading it on air.
I would rather we go for incorrect statements, such as one that was made in a recent video about Medivh. Admittedly, I didn't super watch the video, just when researching HCB, I saw that was a hot button issue.
Yeah, not surprising. Belluar.
Yeah, I was about to say, for reference, this is in regard to our previously established feud with Belluar.
And he might be trying to get back at us because while you received a lovely note from GrowlLinda, I received one from GrowlLinda, perhaps an associate's entrance into the Growl family. And GrowlLinda left me a lengthy series of notes in which such claims as being a top sniper in the 7th Legion, being a part of secret raids in Nyalotha, and just really threatening my life for not muting my microphone. So, GrowlLinda, I just want to say that I don't condone all of the violence that you're sending me. Let's be pals. Let's keep this civil. But let's also call each other out for incorrect opinions on Shadowlands.
I forgot that it was like a copy paste of like the I have 500 confirmed kills and whatever.
Yes, GrowlLinda has quite the background that they made sure I knew about.
Well, you know what? You just gotta buck up, and you're gonna have to square off with GrowlLinda. You're gonna have to meet him in the streets of Borealis and fucking go head to head. Which, interestingly enough, they probably have a low level because I can't find GrowlLinda's armory. You keeping it a secret over there? Huh?
But we can find GrowlLinda's, and I guess it's an alt that somebody is leveling, so we'll keep an eye on how she levels. But she's level 18 right now.
I look forward to
that,
one day meeting her on the streets of Borealis.
We're watching you. We see your every movement, GrowlLinda. Maybe I'll send you some mail. Yeah, so if you guys, if anybody else out there is wondering what the fuck's going on, just send us some in-game mail, and literally we'll read it on air because we have nothing else to do. Like, it's fun. It's content. It gives you a spotlight. Except if you say mean things, we're just not going to say them. So don't keep it professional. Keep it a little nasty, but not too nasty. You know what I mean?
Just like my moves at the 7th grade farewell dance. Keep it fresh, keep it nasty, but not too nasty, gang. You don't want to split your pants on the dance floor.
Wait, did that happen to you? Did you actually tear your pants?
Yes, I did a power slide. It was not 7th, it was the 8th grade farewell dance at West Middle School. And I did a power slide and I split my little pants, and you'd know there was still an hour and a half left of the dance. My mom picked me up at 9:30 p.m. and said, Aaron.
So, for reference, how similar to High Elf Sylvanas' power slide was this?
I didn't bend my knees quite as well, and I can assure you the only serious damage was not done to my enemies, but was instead done to my pantaloons. And Dylan Clements said he could hear the rip from across the room.
Dylan, if you're out there, please write in. I want to hear your review of Aaron's pants ripping. We need that first-hand account.
In high school, he got a big tattoo on his shoulders that was just his last name in blue bubble letters.
What?
I guess just in case anyone forgot his last name.
Yo, what if Dylan Clements was actually GrowlLinda? What if he was the one sending you mail?
That would be wild. I haven't thought about that man in years, and now I have to. Thanks, GrowlLinda.
Well, with this talk of this very sexual blue bubble font, I feel like it is only appropriate for us to power slide in to our sexiest NPC of the week.
Ooh, slide on in, baby.
This week's sexiest NPC of the week is Theldruin the Lost.
Oh!
If you're wondering who the fuck is that, what if I told you this is the man that not only punched Deathwing in the face on the day Deathwing came, he also fisted him.
Yeah! There is nothing sexier than integrity. And my man saw a threat to the entirety of the Blasted Lands and said, I'm going to deck this thing in the face. And nothing, not falling boulder or earth elemental could stop him on his quest to fist.
I love a man with strong hands. And let me tell you, he's got the strongest hands around, even if he's wearing little ugly Ugg boots. What are those boots, mister?
I don't know. I'm not thinking about the boots, though. I'm only thinking about them big, meaty paws that were able to fist Deathwing, baby.
Ooh.
Big, meaty paws.
So, was he the one that had the hot ride as well?
No, that was his orcish friend Marduk.
Back it up. That was an orc. Yeah, Aaron's right. Don't you dare. He's not sexy. That orcs will never be sexy until it's another week.
Oh, I wasn't saying that the orc was sexy. I just thought that the ride was sexy, but...
Oh my god, what if we give just the ride a sexiest NPC of the week, not the orc, but the actual ride?
Ooh, that sexy that sexy sidecar, that hot ride, that 2006 Pone license plate on the back.
Some things like that reference on that license plate didn't age too well, but you know who did age pretty well, honey? Theldrew in the Lost, baby.
He actually did, because they updated his model in Kata. Because when I was looking for a photo of him, I saw the vanilla one, and I was like, huh!
Wait, is it the one right now that I'm staring at? Or is this one the updated one?
This is the updated one.
Oh wow, I thought this one was the classic one.
It's just a lot more jagged.
That beard is horrible. He's so sexy, but why would you pick that beard option? It's so much hair up top, and it's a little itty bitty bracelet at the very bottom of it. Come on, like at least get more of the hair in there.
He had to offset those manimal paws so that your computer didn't break when you saw his sexiness.
Rugged. Well, I think with that, we're going to be delivering you your sexiest NPC of the week mail. It is mail, right? Just mail. Like, what does our thing say? Like, we should put our draft up of what our mails to them say. That way they know, and the people know what they're getting.
I always just imagined it was just kind of like a Black Spot-esque mysterious note that just said, "You're sexy," that like some of them hold on to, and others are like, ugh, I'm kind of skeeved out by this.
You know, I kind of pictured it as like just an Amazon box package that just had the trophy in it. And I never really thought about it as being a letter as well.
I'm imagining it like in SpongeBob when Patrick gave SpongeBob a letter that said, "I owe you." And it's just like, "You are sexy." And it's like scribbled out hastily and like misspelled horribly.
Well, that's why we can't let Growl write all the letters for the sexiest NPCs. Everyone knows that she's highly illiterate.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to also have horrible handwriting. They're always drooling and shit on their fucking penmanship. I don't think so, Henny.
Slander.
Well, I guess now we can move to our top two medium moot bottom boo of the week. And I'm going to start this one because I'm stealing it.
Whoa!
This week I have a medium moot of the week.
Ooh.
So it was raid last night, and I wasn't getting any gear, and I got Torment in a Jar, which is a trinket from Soccer Boss, and I looked at like my bloodmallet.com, kind of tells you like what's good for you, what's not, and this trinket was so stinky for me that I was like, oh man, I don't need this garbage, like this is horrible. And one of our demon hunters in guild chat, he really, really wanted it because I guess like 3 dropped. And he was like, "Where's my trinket at? Like, I didn't get the trinket again." And he rolled for a trinket and he didn't get it. And he was just really sad about it. So after I like looked at like my information, I was like, I don't need this trinket. Like, I'll just give it to him. It's fine. And I whispered to him, I was like, "Hey, like this trinket's bad for me. Do you want it?" And he's like, oh my God, really? Yes. Because like he does a lot. Like, he honestly probably does like the most for the guild right now. Like, he is constantly taking people through like mythic 10s and 13s. So he doesn't even need to do them anymore. He just wants to give them damage so they can like, you know, succeed and get their chest for the week.
Mm-hmm.
So I traded him this trinket in Morales, and it has a socket and everything. Like, it's a hot fucking trinket. And then I was like, oh man, I didn't check if it was good for me AoE wise. It's really good for me on AoE fights, not just single target fights. I was like, oh man,
tell him to give it back.
It's too late. He plays all the time. Can you imagine? Can you fucking imagine? Hey, I need that back. Please hand it over, sir.
You're like the little kid in elementary school. It's like, I'm doing take backsies.
But like, it sucks for me. But honestly, it felt nice because, like I said, he does a lot for the guild. And then when he got it, he was like, "Be honest, did you feel pity for me, or is it really not good for you?" And I was like, "Oh, it's not." I said, "It's honestly, it's both. Like, it's not good for me, but also I did feel bad that you didn't get it and you wanted it. So it's you see, it's
well, that's nice of you.
But my damage will suffer for it." I mean, what about you? What's your top 2? Medium moot, bottom boot.
Okay, well, I came into this just expecting a top 2, but I also want to like throw on a medium moot real quick as well. And my medium moot is that I've been playing Shadow a lot more recently, and just selecting gear sets is so much easier than like when I'm doing it for Holy, because like there's actually websites where it's like, this is defined better in like every slot, and it's like, okay, that's nice. So like it's a top 2 from that, but like it's a bottom boot from like the fact that most slots in Holy, like Trinket and Essences, it's like people are like, well, who knows really. I guess it evens out to be a medium moot. But my top 2 of the week is getting the Servant of N'Zoth
Whoop whoop
title and figuring out that we can cheese it if we want. So maybe if you guys want to like get together and I can return the favor for you guys, I'm down for that, because
You better fucking give me that goddamn achievement, because I want that title so bad.
Yeah, so it's a top 2 because I'm finally officially a Servant of N'Zoth, because your boys had this eye since day 1. I mean, you guys have too, but
I'm insanely jealous. I hope to follow in your footsteps so soon.
it was so funny because like as soon as I got the achievement, the like 2 or 3 people in guild were like, "Oh my god, congrats, Immune! That's really cool! Congrats!" And then I was like, "Thanks, I worked really hard for it." When like, we obviously cheesed it, but just the 2 of us, but they don't need to know that. But Aaron, what is your top 2 medium moot, bottom boot of the week?
This week, I'm coming to you all with a major bottom boot. So, Cubby Bub and I were playing, and we went to Stormwind because I was showing her some of the places where you can get the different mounts, because she wanted more mounts. And we roll up to the horse trainer in Stormwind, and I said, the trainer is supposed to be right here, but none of these NPCs are offering me anything. And she goes, no, it's this person right here. She's offering me horses. And I said, what? Why can't I see it? And then all of a sudden, we checked our reputations, and I realized, despite being a veteran of the 4th War and being out in the game for over 3+ years, GrowlLinda is not even revered with Stormwind.
Oh my god.
She is exalted with the forces of the 7th Legion, with all the BFA and Legion and some WAD people, but she never felt like hanging out in Stormwind, I guess.
That also makes me wonder, like, am I? Or, like, am I, like, all these base ones? Because, like, how do you do that nowadays? Like, just wear a tabard?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, so, well, when I got my rep grinds, I just put on, like, a Stormwind tabard, and I just, like, played the game, and I T-mounted it off, so I couldn't see it, and I forgot I had it on. I was like, oh, I'm exhausted with Stormwind. Cool, okay.
But so that
happened while leveling.
She was getting cool horses, and I just had to sit there and mope. That's my bottom boot.
Bottom boot. Damn, that sucks. Man, can you imagine, like, all, like, the people of the Alliance, like, Jaina's like, oh, hello, champ. Oh, not exalted with Stormwind.
Oof. You've been doing great stuff for us. Gonna need you to hit the bricks soon there, mage.
All of your Anduin meetups, Anduin's just like, hello, champion, who hasn't bothered to work in the city.
You haven't even delivered the wine.
he's like, have you ever even been to Stormwind, or are you just like from Goldshire and say that you're like from Stormwind?
Damn. Well, with that, we're going to be out of here. If you guys have any comments, questions, complaints, if you want to send us in-game mail, you can send it to Alan on Proudmoore, or GrowlLinda with 2 eyes on Proudmoore, or Immunization on Proudmoore. He's a little mad he didn't get any mail, so maybe someone can mail him. Or you could also send us real topics or anything and honestly, email me anything. I'm at work and I'm bored. Send me something. Email us at donotRelentPod@gmail.com, or you can tweet at us on Twitter at donotRelentPod. What about you guys? Where can I find you on the internet?
You can find me, Alex or Immunization, on Twitter at NewEraAlex, or you can follow our podcast Instagram account on Instagram at Do Not Relent.
You can find me, Aaron the Human, at The Big Cheesy on Twitter. And you can read our literary musings at our live journal at livejournal.donotrelent.com.
Catch you guys next week. We have some horrific visions to run. Wait, Visions of N'Zoth to run. I hate that they're called almost the same thing.
All of them are fucking called visions, I swear.
Anyway, and remember...
Another down! Do not relent!
Do Not Relent is a podcast within the 3HNC network, representing U.S. Proudmoore's premier podcasts.
That was a very good wish.